Live from Christian Academy Louisville on the English Station campus, it's Christian Academy Louisville Lady Centurion basketball. As tonight the Centurions at 1-0 host the Butler Bearettes in their first game of the season. Hello everybody, I'm Mike Botello, privileged to bring you tonight's play-by-play. I will be joined by Brad Morgan shortly as he's taking care of some athletic director duties pregame, but he will be up here to do the color analysis for the game, and we have got a game that should be exciting tonight. Centurions, a huge win, 68-16 over Moore High School for their opening game of the year. Centurions are ranked number 14 in the state, but tonight they're taking on the Butler Bearettes, who have not played yet this year, but they are ranked number 16 in the state. So 14 versus 16, it should be a great test for the Centurions and just a great test for, honestly, Butler as well, and a great game tonight. Butler, quite a few changes this year, starting with, I guess both teams, new head coaches for both teams. Of course, Coach Cameron Pridemore in his first season with the Centurions. For Butler, it is Wyatt Faust. He replaces Larry Just, who had been there for years and done such a great job at Butler. But Wyatt Faust has done a pretty good job himself. He comes from Murray, the girls' powerhouse in western southern Kentucky. And all he has done in his 3 years there was take his team to the Sweet 16 twice, into the Final Four. As we face this Butler team tonight, this Butler team, when you talk about girls basketball, all you have to say is winning. And since 2000, 2001, they have been state champions 3 times, been to the Final Four 1 other time, to the Elite 8 3 additional times, and the Sweet 16 2 additional times. Since 2000, there have only been 2 years when this Butler team has failed to get 20 wins or more, and both those years they had 19. So it is a winning attitude that comes, but the Centurions, the Lady Centurions, have a pretty good winning attitude themselves, if they have done themselves rather well over the last 20, or I guess that'd be 19, 20 years as well. Butler did have a number of players, only one returning starter on this team, but it is juniors that Coach Faust says are hungry to win, and they look like a pretty good group. As I'm watching them in pregame, they are tall, they are athletic, and they are led by the only junior, or the only starter back from last year. She is a junior now. It is 5'10" junior Tiara East, averaged just under 10 points a game and 5 rebounds last year. Can also fill it up from the outside with 18 threes. 5'7" junior Dynasty White also will be joining her, and she is 6.7 points a game last year, almost 4 rebounds a game, had 9 threes last year. And 5'9" junior Kiara Shelburne, averaging just under 4 points a game, 2.9 rebounds a game, are the 3 top players, it appears, for this Butler team as they come into their first game of the year. For the Centurions, of course, they dominated Moore in their first game of the year, 68-16. Moore, in case you thought they were a terrible team, turned around the very next night and beat Valley 63-9. So Moore not quite as bad as the Centurions made them look, but the Centurions, as you would expect, led by their senior, who is number 1 in the region, number 3 ranked player in the state, senior Shelby Calhoun. And all she did in her first game was come away with a triple-double with 19 points, 10 rebounds, 10 steals, almost a quadruple-double. 3 more assists, and she would have had 10 assists. She had 7 for the game, and what a way that would have been to start the year. As if a triple-double isn't good enough, she almost had a quadruple-double. Joining her, senior Mia Beam, 13 points against Moore, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. She is ranked 7th in Region 7 in preseason. And Jaya McClure, the point guard dynamo of the Centurions, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 5 steals in that opening game against Moore. She is ranked 9th in the region. For the series, Butler leads the Centurions 5-2. They have mainly met 4 of those games have been in the LIT, 3 in the regular season. They have not played Butler since 2016-17 season. The only wins for the Centurions have been 2011 and 12, where they beat Butler in the LIT 63-58, and also in the 2002-3 season, where they won 56-26. As you come into this game, of course, Butler has not played yet this year, so we have to look at only their stats from last year. Points per game last year, they averaged 58 points a game compared to last year's Centurion 61. Of course, they had 68 the other night. Butler, a defensive team. We will see full court pressing and half court traps from both teams a lot tonight. Butler only allowing 40 points a game last year. Of course, Centurions held more to 16 points in that first game. Last year, Butler 42% from the field. Centurions 46% the other night. 32% from three-point land for Butler last year. The other night, Centurions, you got a weakness? That may be it. They only shot 12%. They were 1 of 9 from the field, and we're going to take a moment for a prayer and national anthem.
Please pray with me. Dear Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you that we're all able to be out here. Please help us to stay safe and play hard. Amen.
Now to lead us in our national anthem, Christian Academy sophomore, Lindsay Milhorn.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly waited at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, dawn's bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of free and the home of the brave?
Prayer tonight by Cal Lady Centurion player Addison Franz. National anthem, sophomore Lindsay Melhorn, who we had the pleasure of hearing sing in football this year as well, and she doubles up and does basketball. And now we're going to have the starting lineups introduced. First for the Butler Bearettes, as we said, this is their first game of the year, and they are ranked number 16 in the state. Number 4, a junior, Tiara East. 9.7 points a game last year, 4.5 rebounds. She'll be joined by junior number 5, Dynasty White. 6.7 points a game last year, 3.9 rebounds. Another junior, Kiara Shelburne. 3.8 points a game, 2.9 rebounds. Another junior number 23, Leslie Baxter, in the starting lineup. And the lights just went out, and I don't have my flashlight on here, so let me get that straightened out. Leslie Baxter, 2.8 points a game, 1.4 rebounds a game. And finally, Tamisha Dozier, a sophomore, 1.7 points a game, 1.7 rebounds. So 4 juniors, 1 sophomore starting for the Bearettes. They only have 2 seniors on their squad. For the Centurions, it'll be the same 5 as the other night. And that includes number 12, Shelby Calhoun, 19 points, 10 rebounds, 10 steals the other night. Joining her is going to be junior Alexa Breedlove. She had 1 point the other night, 4 rebounds, but boy, she played an important part in that game, blocking out bigger players so other people could get rebounds, and just a great team player. Number 22, the senior going to Cornell, Mia Beam, 13 points the other night, 3 rebounds, had the only 3 for the Centurions. The Dynamo point guard, number 23, sophomore, Jaya McClure, 14 points the other night, 3 steals. And number 24, a sophomore, Abigail Embry, 2 points, 3 rebounds, and a superb defensive job the other night against Moore. Again, for the Centurions, it'll be Calhoun, Breedlove, Beam, McClure, and Embry. For Butler Bearettes, it'll be East, White, Shelburne, Baxter, and Dozier. And we are close to the start of this game between the number 14 and the number 16 team ranked teams in the state of Kentucky. Lady Centurions dressed in their white uniforms tonight. Butler in the traveling red uniforms. is going to be Shelby Calhoun, and it looks like Dozier in the opening tip here. Dozier with about maybe a 2-inch height advantage. This is a very tall Butler team. Tip is going to be controlled. Calhoun gets above her, and McClure comes away with it. She pushes it up. She has Embry. Pops it back out. In a zone is Butler. McClure no good on the three-pointer, but there's Breedlove fighting underneath, gets the rebound, draws the foul. And that's going to be on Tamisha Dozier. That is going to be very important tonight, getting the rebounds that are needed. Breedlove to the line. She was 1 for 2 the other night. Oh, and down around, deep and out. Centurions with a chance to be the first ones on the board here this evening with this upcoming free throw. Second shot by Breedlove is good, and Centurions go up 1-0. Ball is in quickly, and White brings it up. East drives all the way to the hoop, picked up by Breedlove. Shots no good. Rebound comes down, and there's going to be a foul called on the Centurions. As going to the ground was Dozier.
Fouls on 42. Correction 24, Embry, her first.
Foul was on Abigail Embry, her first, and shot is up and good by Tiara East. And joining us, Brad Morgan, athletic director and basketball connoisseur, ready to do tonight's game.
Thank you, Mike, for getting us all set here as we go.
Calhoun lets it fly, no good. Rebound comes down to East, takes a step. Official catches it. It'll be Centurion ball underneath. So, Brad, what's your keys to the game tonight?
I think if Cal could keep Butler off the glass, I think this would be an opportunity to Cal to get one here early in the season against the number 15 team in the state. I don't think pressure should be a problem for the Centurions. Just can they keep this size off the glass?
Embry out top, off to Calhoun. She starts to drive, dishes to McClure. 3 in the air, good. Jaya McClure with 3, give the assist to Shelby Calhoun.
Well, that's good to see, too, because Jaya, as we remember from last year, she's such a motor for this team, and when she gets going, it brings a whole new dynamic to the team. A beautiful pass from Shelby, and Jaya connects.
We talked about before the game, Shelby with a triple-double the other night, only 3 assists away from a quadruple-double.
Well, her steals, I was watching the broadcast like everybody else, just getting hands and passing lanes everywhere. Cal really tenacity on defense with this Centurion team in their 2 scrimmages and now 1 game.
Driving to the hoop is Shelburne. Shot is up, no good, but there's going to be a foul on the play. I'm sorry, that was Baxter.
A little early cheap one there from the Mr. Official. Breedlove straight up. Really no better defense can be played there.
Leslie Baxter to the line for 2. She was 8 of 10 last year from the line and hits the first.
Coach Pride, questions to call. Coach, Mr. Official shows the hip bump, Mike.
The old hip bump gets you every time,
A little early in the year for the official to go to that.
Baxter hits both free throws, and we are tied at 4. First tie of the game, and there's going to be a palm called. They gave no advantage whatsoever to the player.
If he's going to make that call, he's going to make it call about 500 times this season because she was just coming down the floor on her own.
And they let LeBron take 4 steps the other night just walking up the court. He picked the ball up, took 4 steps. Nobody called anything. Dozier drives in against Breedmore, turns around, and that's going to be number 2 on Breedlove, and that is not good news for the Centurions.
2 already. The key there is they're getting it in way too easy.
That's going to get Gardner off the bench and into the game. Delaney Gardner, the junior. And Dozier to the line. She was just a 43% free throw shooter last year, and she misses the first. Delaney Gardner, a good game against Moore the other night. 5 points, 8 rebounds for Gardner.
Much different size here tonight, and not just in height, but in strength. Cal going to have to find a way to keep them out as there's another miss.
Second shot, no good. Rebound put back up and good by Shelburne. And there's that keeping them off the board the Centurions couldn't do. McClure beats everybody up the floor, off the beam, high arching 3. Off the top of the backboard, it'll be Butler ball. a much taller, much stronger, much quicker team tonight the Centurions are facing. East brings up, no pressure really put on by the Centurions. She gives off to Dynasty White.
Oh, walk.
There's going to be a walk on Dozier.
Switched her pivot foot there. One of those ones she caught it, bobbled it, and it's completely switched her pivot foot.
So full court pressure by the Barrettes. McClure breaks before Shelby even has the ball. Now the ball gets into Embry, and she'll bring it up against Shelburne. Beam on the right. Goes around a pick by Gardner. Now off to Calhoun. Into Embry. She's got an opening. Has the ball on the ground, knocked away, gets it back. Calhoun starts to drive. Nice little spin move, up and good.
Spin the opposite way that you normally would. Really lost her balance and just kind of brought it back around. Butler wanted to travel. Cal gets away with it, 6-6.
5:38 to go here, first quarter. Second tie of the game. Nice steal by Embry. And knocking it away from behind is Dozier, but Embry tracks it down.
Goodness, push. Oh, no,
underneath just a little too late. Calhoun trying to go to Beam. East with the steal. She drives down, and she is going to be fouled on her drive. That'll be 2 shots for East. Foul's going to be on Delaney Gardner. So the Centurion centers with 3 of the team 4 fouls right now. East to the line for 2. She was just a 41% free throw shooter last year, but she hits the first like she makes 100%.
Took it around her back twice like you used to do, Mike.
I did that while I was dribbling and going in for the layup, though.
On the move.
East hits both of them. Butler goes up by 2, 8-6. Embry, a good job bringing it down against Shelburne. Now she tries to shake her. Shelburne stays with her. Pass goes to McClure, almost stolen.
Oh, it's deflected.
Oh, ball was deflected. They don't call it. They said McClure goes over and back. And the ball goes over to the Barrettes. Shelburne to throw it in. Ball goes in deep to White, picked up by McClure. On the far side is Baxter, off to Dozier underneath on a back pick, and good by Shelburne. That's 4 points for her, and Butler goes up by 4. Embry with the ball, off to McClure. Beam around a pick by Gardner. Give and go. Gardner underneath. No good on the left-handed shot. Rebound comes down to Baxter. She's pushing it for Butler. And ball's going to be stolen by Beam. Thought it was a travel, but it goes right to Beam, off to McClure. McClure tries to go in. Step back. 15-footer. No good. Rebound comes down to East. East wants to run the other way. McClure trying to stop her. East goes around her. No good on the shot. Rebound to Dozier. Shot back up. No good. Rebound to Shelburne. Shelburne gives off to East. East in the corner. Perfect opportunity to trap. Centurions don't do it. East with about 5 steps. No good on the shot. Dozier with a shot back up and fouled.
They're just getting killed inside right now, as I feared in the pregame.
4:01 to go first quarter. 12-6. Butler with the early lead. That is the second foul on Gardner. So she's going to come out of the game, and in comes Sydney Rocky. And to the line to try to make the three-point play is Tamisha Dozier. She's 0 for 2 from the line tonight, make it 0 for 3. Rebound out of bounds off of Butler. Full court pressure being put on by the Barrettes. And there's going to be a push. That's going to be the first foul on Leslie Baxter, second foul on Butler.
Baxter, her first, team second.
Got to bring Sydney up. Nobody even guarding Sydney Rocky. She's a point guard. She could easily come up. There she is.
And there's the pass to Rocky. She gives it off to McClure. McClure, and there's going to be another foul. And White just kind of, as she slides on the floor, puts her hands up and goes, "Who, me?" And that's going to be the third foul on Butler. First on White.
Well, Jaya put her hand out, her arm out, but it was just for protection after the contact.
Beam to throw it in from underneath. Ball comes into Rocky. Open three from the corner. No good. Tracked down by Embry. McClure resets the offense out top. Starts to move. Dishes off to Calhoun. Calhoun drives to the hoop. Shot is up and good.
Beautiful play by Shelby. Got to do more of that. Got to get to the basket. Make Butler come over and help.
Calhoun with 4. Centurions with 8. They trail by 4. White tries to drive, spin move, and there's going to be a foul called on Mia Beam, I believe. So Centurions quickly getting into foul trouble. That's going to be the first on Mia. That is the 5th on the Centurions, and Dynasty White to the line with 2 shots. White just under 55% last year from the line, misses the first. First sub of the game for Butler as Drea Satori into the game. She replaces Dozier. Second shot is good by White. 13-8 Butler, 3:24 to go. There's a trap, but Embry gets it to Calhoun. Quickly up to McClure. Pulls up for the 3. No good at the front of the rim. Rebound comes down to Satori. She's pushing it all the way. Rocky with a good stop. Satori tries to drive. Shot is up and good. What a shot by Satori. Butler pulls out to a 7-point lead, and Centurions throw it away. Ball inside to White. Little spin move, up and good. We're going to have a timeout by Coach Pridemore. And with 2:46 to go here in the first quarter, 17-8 lead for the Barrettes.
Christian Academy wishes to thank our athletic trainer from Court, the best in rehab, for being the official sports medicine and rehabilitation provider for the Centurions. Court has several convenient locations throughout Louisville, Lexington, and southern Indiana, and offers the best in physical and occupational therapy as well as sports medicine coverage to local high schools, colleges, and community organizations. Visit Court on the web at www.court.com. Court, the best in rehab.
So, Brad, it appears Butler's kind of going one-on-one, and then everybody attacks the board after that shot.
That's right, yeah. And it's what it is they're getting there and throwing up a kind of a wild shot for the most part, but they're getting so much help, drawing so much help, they're there to put the rebound back in. So we can see what Coach Pridemore counters with here. Still early in the game, but definitely going to have to make some adjustments here, whether it be a zone, a half-court trap, something that allows you to be a little bit better in positioning, but going to have to get some rebounds. Team rebounds. You can't worry about one. Can't be Shelby, can't be Delaney. Everybody's got to go rebound.
6 players in the scoring column for Butler, all 6 that have played. Centurions with the same 5 that went into the timeout. McClure with a fake pass able to get around the press, and ball's going to be taken away from Embry by White. White in the corner. It goes to Satori, brings it back out to East. East, the leading scorer of those who came back this year, starts the drive, stops, gives it off to Satori. Satori in the lane. Now she goes to White. 10-footer up and going to be no good, and there's going to be over the back. Good block out by Calhoun, and that foul's going to be on Kiara Shelburne, her first.
Well, one thing that actually helps with Shelby playing inside now, as far as on defense, having to guard the bigger players, she's inside to rebound. Something severely lacking here so far.
Calhoun to throw it in. Looking for help. Finally gets it into McClure. She's trapped in the corner, and there's going to be a foul called.
Well, they need to just throw over it. Sydney and Mia are right here. Just don't worry about those guards. Throw over top.
Foul's going to be on Kiara Shelburne. That is her second foul in a matter of 5 seconds. And she's coming right out of the game. Back in the game is Tamisha Dozier, the starting center for this team. 2:17 to go here, first quarter. Ball thrown in to Beam. She gets it over to Rocky. Back to Beam. Shot is up. Going to be blocked by White, and it'll be Centurion ball.
Nice recovery there. It looked like Cal was going to get an easy layup. Beautiful recovery.
Ball into Rocky. Out to Calhoun. McClure with the ball. Back over to Rocky. Calhoun resets off to Embry. She's got an opening, drives, running 5-footer, no good. Embry saves it. Nice save to Beam, up and good.
I think Beam caught that out of the air, but I was thinking, take your time, lay it in.
Nice job by Embry to stay with that ball. And there's going to be an offensive foul, illegal pick. I believe that's on East.
Mr. Fischel's doing a little overtime here to even up the fouls, finding a few here. As it was 7-2 at one time. Christian Academy with 7 fouls, Butler 2. Now we're at, I believe we're
Should
at
be 7-5. I got 5 fouls down.
Clock keeper a little slow on that one. It is second game.
Down to Rocky. She goes inside. Shots up, no good. Rocky with the rebound. No good. Rebound comes down to East. East around a pick.
Shelby got
nice pick by Calhoun. She just throws it up front as Calhoun goes to the ground. Beam drives, no good on the shot. Rebound comes down to Butler. White brings it the other way. She goes half court all the way down to Baxter. She comes out to three-point land in the middle. Nice steal by Embry. Here come the Centurions. Embry driving to the hoop, now trapped in the corner. Looks for help. Ball's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Centurions.
Got to be stronger there. You know, you drive to the corner, you're going to get trapped. Got to swing it around.
Dozier comes out into the game is number 24, Aries Harris, a sophomore.
A tough place to inbound here.
Throws it in deep to McClure.
Need a basket here.
McClure with the spin move, and she's going to be bumped to the ground, or a foul. We'll take a foul. That'll be the second on Leslie Baxter. So 2 players with 2 fouls for Butler now. That is their 6th team foul. Official going over, checking the fouls. All they got to do is talk to us. They're going to say it's 1 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that is 7. I had 7 down. I couldn't read my own writing.
Look at you, Mike. I'm going to call you official, Mike.
So I just can't count. I got them down. I got them listed. So that's going to send McClure to the line for the 1 in the bonus. Jay had no free throws against Moore the other night. 61% shooter last year from the line.
McClure at the line for 1 and 1.
17-10 Butler. 59 seconds to go here first quarter. The officials, I'm used to the officials talking in football all the time. That seems like all they did after every call. Don't see it in basketball quite as often. So here they come. If he would look up here, we would tell him 7 fouls.
Yeah.
They don't trust us, Brad.
Look to the radio, guys. If everybody gets confused, look to the radio.
Look to the radio, guys. We got good stats.
Yeah.
It's going to stay at 7.
Well, the issue is the Butler scores table is saying it's 6. Cal's score table is saying it's 7. And then this clock said it was 5.
McClure good on the first.
Well, for the first of the year, can I say the ball never lies, Mike?
The ball never lies, man. 17-11. McClure is going to try to cut it to 5 with this shot. Shot is up and good.
Cal with a needed 4-0 run here to get this thing back to 5.
17-12, under a minute to go first quarter. Butler with the lead. White brings it down, guarded by McClure. Behind the back, around a couple of picks. Calhoun switches off, and there's going to be a foul called. I'll tell you, anybody bump, there's going to be a foul called tonight.
Well, she just dribbled around. Not one pass the entire possession. Went off 3 ball screens. Got to the lane.
That's the first on Shelby, and to the line goes Dynasty White. She is 1 for 2 tonight. This could come down to who the best free throw shooting team is tonight and who has the most depth. First shot is going to be good. White has 4 on the evening. Second shot. This one is nothing but net. Full court pressure. Butler leads by 7. McClure hesitates, pulls up 15-footer, no good. Rebound comes down to Dozier. Almost a steal by Embry, but no luck. White down the other way, starts to drive. She's going to lose the ball. McClure comes the other way. It's 3-on-3. She has Beam off to the left. Fakes the three. Out to Calhoun. Three in the air. No good. Rebound comes down to East. East all the way up. Shot is up. No good by Dozier. Gets her own rebound up and good.
There's the difference in the game right there. I mean, it just multiple attempts.
Dozier with 4. Calhoun starts the drive, fakes the spin move, brings it back out, finds Embry. Embry off to Rocky.
Shot.
Wide open straightaway three by Sydney is no good. McClure with the rebound, back up, and no good. It rolls out. We come to the end of the first quarter of play, 21-12. Butler with the lead.
E-News is Christian Academy's online newsletter that allows fans, parents, and supporters of Cal Athletics to keep up with the latest news in Cal sports. E-News is distributed weekly and includes sports from elementary, middle, and high school from all of Christian Academy's Kentucky campuses. For questions, please feel free to contact us at enews@caschools.us. To subscribe, visit our website at caschools.us/centurion.athletics.
Brad, give us those first quarter scoring, man.
Got it, Mike. First for the Butler Bearettes, Tierra East with 4. Drea Satori with 2, Dynasty White 5, Kiara Shelburne with 4, Leslie Baxter 2, and Tamisha Dozier 4. Quite spread out the scoring for Butler. For Christian Academy, it's Shelby Calhoun with 4, Alexa Breedlove with 1, Mia Beam 2, and Jaya McClure 5. Cal got work to do, trailing 21-12 after one quarter.
Want to give a shout out to former Christian Academy Lady Centurion Arena Klopkova, Conference USA Freshman of the Week, playing for UTEP.
Yeah, amazing. What a great job, and no surprise. We've seen the hard work that she puts in. Tremendous hard worker Arena is. Just does a great job, and it's funny, started off not playing a lot, maybe the first 2 games of the year, scrimmages, but after that really got going. And starting now, had a 20-point game the other day, just playing fantastic. We're so proud of her.
Been their leading scorer the last 2 games.
Awesome. She just works so hard, loves the game, and just always proud. We got alumni all over playing major games at all levels, not just Division I, but 2, 3, and NAI as well. Just super proud of all of our alumni out there continuing on their athletic careers.
Beam, Rocky, McClure, Calhoun, and Breedlove back in the game with 2 fouls for the Centurions. It's going to be Satori and East along with White, Dozier, and I believe that is Harris for Butler. East has it, fakes the pick, and we go for it 100%, and East gets the easy 2.
Quick set play.
23-12, Butler with their biggest lead of the evening. Calhoun around a pick, dumps it down, and it's going to be a foul on East, and Breedlove's going to go to the line for 2.
Breedlove bumped from behind. Great pass by Shelby. On this end, a lack of communication. One player looked like she was trying to switch, the other one not. Led to an easy layup.
That's 2 fouls on East. Breedlove's first shot is good. So 3 players with 2 fouls for Butler. That is East and Shelburne and Baxter. Second shot by Breedlove. She hits them both. Breedlove with 3 points on the evening. Cuts the lead to 9, 23-14 Butler. Satori drives, kicks it out, stolen by Breedlove, off to Calhoun. She's going to fake the pass, go to the hoop, can't get it to fall, rebound to Harris. White has it, knocked away by Beam. Ball's going to stay with Butler. East to throw it in for the Bearettes. Gets it into White. She's going to toss it back to Satori. Back over to White. She lets a 3 fly. No good. Rebound on the ground. Harris goes out of bounds. Diving for the ball. It'll be Centurion ball.
It was in Jaya's hands. She's got to come up with that ball. Got to finish the play. Shelby
to throw it in. No pressure. Butler pulls back this time. Jay McClure will walk it across the line. Calhoun fakes the backdoor pass, turns, starts to drive, spin move. Goes up for the shot, no good. Rebound comes down to White of Butler. She pushes down the other way. Stopped in the middle by Breedlove. Goes around her left-handed shot, no good. Calhoun above Dozier for the board. Here comes Calhoun. Passes to Breedlove to the hoop. Layup is good. Nice shot by Breedlove.
Alexa went under her and did one more step, which is a beauty, and finished. Great play. Great pass by Shelby. Cal down by 7 now, trying to make a little run here in the second quarter.
23-16 Barretts. In the quarter to Satori. She drives, stops, puts up, blocked by Breedlove and McClure, but Butler comes away with a 3 in the air by East. No good. Rebound to Calhoun. Calhoun leads Beam. Beam's going to drive to the hoop, throws it up, gets the foul.
Good play. Butler never really stepped over. They were split. Mia took right between them, drew the body contact. Almost got the basket to go.
Foul is on Harris, her first. Beam's going to the line for 2.
Almost reminded me of Emma Wesley.
Oh.
Back a few years back, Emma would
have had about 2 more curves in there, gone to the ground a lot harder, and still hit the shot.
It's still amazing. Yeah, Emma had that knack right there. She could step through and finish. What a great player, a Cal great, Emma Wesley.
Shelburne back in the game. Dozier out. Beam hits her first.
Butler not attacking the glass near as hard the last few possessions. That one rolls off.
With the rebound is Shelburne. You're right, they've kind of settled for the 3 the last 2 times down.
And not a lot of attack. I don't know if that's a little fatigue or Cal settling and boxing out better.
Satori to Shelburne. She starts to move, gets it off to Harris. She just double dribbles. They don't call it. Shot is up and good. Harris with her first 2. 25-17 Butler, 5:46 to go first half. Mike Botello, Brad Morgan bringing you tonight's Lady Centurion action. Calhoun straightaway 3 in the air, no good. Rebound up with it, and Breedlove's going to cause a jump ball. White came down with it. Breedlove with the grab.
Breedlove's made a huge difference since she's been reinserted, and wise decisions to this point by Coach Primore. She's out there with 2 fouls, but to this point able to make it 2.5 minutes here.
Ball comes in deep to Rocky. Rocky to Calhoun. Calhoun starts to drive. And that's going to be a late call, but they're going to catch Shelby for a charge, and that's going to be her second.
Yeah, I think the right call, though. I think Shelby did push off. Nice job by the defense maintaining ground. She was starting to fall anyways if Shelby could have kept that arm in, but didn't. Got the call.
That is 2 on Calhoun, so Breedlove and Calhoun and Gardner all with 2 for the Centurions. White with the ball out top, guarded by Calhoun. Shot is up. Nope, she tries a pass, and there's going to be a call.
Calling a crazy call
Foul
over the
Butler.
Basically an over-the-back call. I guess treating it like it was a shot. If it was a shot, it would have been, but it looked like to me a pass. Yeah, Sydney was there, and she reached right over to grab it.
So that is the 3rd on Shelburne. She goes right back out, or is going to come out in a minute. 1 in the bonus. I don't know why double bonus. So it'll be 2 shots for Rocky.
2 shots.
Kira Girton, a senior, ready to come in the game, and Rocky misses the first.
Foul shots hurting the Centurions, Mike. I'm sure you have that stat here when you get a break, but last couple, I know Breedlove connected for 2, but Mia was 1 for 2. Now Sydney trying to go 1 for 2.
6 of 10 from the line right now.
7-11.
Sydney hits the second, cuts the lead back to 7, 25-18 Butler. McClure with some pressure against Satori, who brings the ball up. Going to the hoop is East. Nice pass from Girton, and East has 8 points.
They've killed Cal on that high 4 cross play.
And there's going to be a palming call. Same official. He likes to call that palming.
It's like stealing bases and collecting your gloves. He's collecting palming calls. That's number 2 on the night for him. He'll go for 500 on the season if he's going to call that. Wouldn't make it in the NBA, Mike.
No. With the ball is Harris, picked up by Rocky. Gets it off to White. Calhoun, Gardner-Herbert's got to be careful. She has 3. Harris around a pick, give and go to East, pulls up 5-footer, good.
Just executing in half court. Just anything they want. When Butler gets set in that offense, they're getting anything they want.
Lead back to 11 inside to Breedlove. Goes out to Beam. Off to McClure. Calhoun now has it. Starts her drive, and there's going to be an offensive foul against the Centurions. Illegal pick against Jay McClure. That'll be Jay's first. So Butler gets the ball back with 4:18 to go.
That was the old, they don't call it often, but he's on fire right now. But, I mean, it could be called every time. It's a dribble handoff where it's really a rub. It's really an illegal screen, but you don't see it called much because you're just jogging through.
Calhoun almost with the steal, but White has it. Starts the drive, spin move in the middle, blocked by Breedlove.
Breedlove has been the difference. Has been really the best player for Cal so far.
Rocky hesitates, starts to come down, pulls back, 15-footer, no good. Rebound out of bounds is going to be Butler's ball. Centurion's doing a lot of coming down and shooting on that first attempt they have.
Not a good possession there. I think that he's calling white ball, but I think this ref's going to give it to red.
Going to stay with Butler. And White's going to bring it down. White, East, Satori, along with Harris and Girton for Butler. There's the back door. Inside, no good on the shot by Satori. Calhoun with the rebound. Shelby brings it down. Stops, going to bring it back out. Here comes the double team. Somebody's got to be open. Beam almost loses it. But she saves it, gives it to McClure. McClure starts the drive. Steps back off to Rocky. 15-footer by Sidney, no good. Rebound in the air, coming away with it is White. White going to drive, goes to the hoop, should be a travel, and it is. I tell you, Breedlove has done a great job just standing there. Hands go straight up, she stands there.
Yeah, she's been fantastic.
3:11 to go, first half, 29-18.
Need a run here. Cal made a run to start the second quarter. Butler really pushed it right back out to where it was where we started.
Pass goes to Rocky. Picks her dribble. Oh, thought she picked her dribble up. Now to Calhoun. She goes underneath. Easy two.
For that time, the offense worked. Got the ball screen, got the roll. Could have been a double dribble on Sidney, but got away with it.
Calhoun with 6 on the evening. Satori brings the ball across. East with it out on the right wing. Goes against Beam. Spin move. Pulls back. Good job by Mia. Gives it off to Harris. Goes baseline. Shot is up. Underneath, hits the underneath part of the backboard. Calhoun comes away with it. Shelby has an opening. Dishes to Beam. 3 in the air. No good. Rebound comes down to Satori. Knocked away from behind by Calhoun. Breedlove has it right back to Calhoun. Shelby into and good. Cuts the lead to 7, 29-22 Barrettes. Crowd starts to get into it a little bit. Centurions mounting a small run here. East with the ball behind the three-point line. Beam on her.
There you go, Coach. Coach is getting them into a set. That's where you got to be dangerous. You got to really defend here. They're going to set a lot of back screens, a lot of curl screens. Comes the pick and roll.
And they work it to perfection again. Just missed the shot. No good by Girton. McClure wants to run. Goes to Beam. Shot is up and good.
Yeah. That's a little unnecessary. Nice play, but finishes with the right hand. Beautiful. And now Butler wants the timeout. Yeah,
Coach Faust with the timeout. 1:27 to go first half. 29-24 Butler.
Follow Cal Athletics on Twitter for Centurion Athletic news and game updates. Cal Athletics at Centurion AD. We give you all the scores. Usually, sometimes updates during the game when they're at home on the road, typically after game, finishing scores. But also a lot of news and notes, such as today, Olivia Lawson, senior soccer player for Cal, was named U.S. Coach Association All-American team, first team All-American in soccer. Going to head into Xavier next year, and one of the all-time greats at Cal. Just like we talked about just a couple days ago, we had some news about Arena being Conference USA Freshman of the Year. Always new updates about alumni, current athletes, awards, teams. It's a lot of chance to stay up to date on Christian Academy athletics.
6th, 7th, and 8th grade middle school basketball in championships in each of their respective leagues tonight for girls basketball.
All 3 girls over at Shelby West tonight for the league championship.
We're back to action here.
Oh!
Gardner's in the game, and there's going to be a foul of some type. Gardner.
Yeah, great hustle, though. It's one of the ball. All right. She gets her 3rd, but we'll see here. It might end up in being a turnover because it will be 1 in the bonus here.
So 3rd foul on Gardner.
Oh, excuse me, 10th. It'll be 2.
Coach Pridemore took Breedlove out. She has 2, trying to protect her. Going to let Gardner stay in, it looks like. And to the line goes Girton. She was 5 of 9 from the free throw line next year. But I'm going to tell you, they're a lot better free throw shooting team this year.
I'd hate to have seen their JV team last year, Mike. All
these girls were sophomores last year.
Whew.
Second shot up, and it's going to be good as well. 31-24 Butler. Butler back in his own. Embry to Calhoun. Calhoun starts her drive, dishes out to Rocky. Open 3 for Sydney. Can't get it to fall. Rebound comes down to Girton. Gets it off to White. We're under a minute to go here in the first half.
Going to have to hit some of those to break open this defense. Butler really packing it in, especially on Shelby.
Satori with the ball. Drives to the hoop. Stopped by Gardner. Ball
Turnover.
Knocked on the ground. Turnover to the Centurions.
Great defense that time. The entire team. Shelby closed out on hers, took it away. Abigail with great on-ball defense, and Delaney steps over and shuts it down.
McClure's going to walk it across. We have 39 seconds to go first half. They give her the left side. McClure picks her dribble up. Off to Calhoun. Calhoun with the spin move.
Reset.
Stop, brings it back out to Rocky. 25 seconds. Rocky has an opening. Goes to the hoop. Left-handed layup. Good by Rocky.
Great left hand there by Sydney.
3 for Rocky tonight. Centurions cut it to 5. Just don't let Butler score here. Let's go in down by 5.
Oh, whoa!
Going to be a steal by Calhoun. It's going to go down by 3, it looks like, and she's stopped and going to draw the foul. Looks like she had the easy layup. Stop, pump fake, drew the foul. Coach Fowles wants a travel.
Well, I got news for him. The travel was because she got shoved from behind. She traveled without a doubt if you ignore the push. And it was incidental, not trying to be mean, but they were all running. Shelby stopped and got pushed from behind.
Calhoun to the line, 3 of 6 the other night, misses her first.
I'll be stepping out as soon as we go to halftime to help with the half-court shots today.
Just take one yourself. Let's see that.
I might. That's a lane violation. Yep.
Lane violation on Butler, so Calhoun's going to get another chance at this free throw.
Lane violation. Calhoun gets one more.
Calhoun no good on the second, misses them both. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. 31-26 Butler. We'll be back to give you a recap of the first half. Second half action here from Christian Academy Louisville, where the Lady Centurions trail Butler 31-26 at halftime. Take a break, everybody. Welcome back to Christian Academy Louisville Lady Centurion basketball, where the Lady Centurions trail the Butler Bearettes 31-26 at half. This is the number 14 Centurions going against the number 16 Bearettes tonight. It was a game that Butler honestly has led most of the game. Centurions had a lead at 4-3. Butler tied it up on a free throw, one of two ties on the evening, 4-4 and 6-6. Then Butler got two free throws to make it 8-6, and they have not trailed since. They went on a 6-point run at 6-6 to go up 12-6 for a 6-point lead, then went after a bucket by the Centurions, another 5-point run by Butler to put them up 17-8. And then it was pretty common scoring. In fact, it was even scoring the rest of the way, 4-4 as a matter of fact. And the first quarter came to end with the Centurions trailing 21-12. In the second quarter, Butler came out, got the first bucket to start to hit their biggest lead of the game at 11. They hit that lead two times, but then the Centurions went on a 5-zip run to cut the lead to 6. And then Butler responded with a 5-point run or a 6-1 run to go up 29-18 to put them up by 11. And then the Centurions ended the half on an 8-2 run to put us where we are now, 31-26. The Butler Bearettes at halftime. Scoring in that first half, first for Butler. They are led by the young lady we said was their top player coming into the game. She had 10 points in the first half. That is Tiara West. 5 points for Dynasty White. 4 points each for Kiara Shelburne and Tamisha Dozier. Then 2 points each for Drea Story, for Kira Girton, for Leslie Baxter, and Aries Harris. Foul trouble for Butler. 2 fouls on Tiara East, 3 on Kiara Shelburne, and 2 on Leslie Baxter. For the Centurions, they were led by Shelby Calhoun. She had 8 points in that first half, and then 5 points each for Alexa Breedlove, Mia Beam, and Jaya McClure, and 3 points for Sydney Rocky rounds out the scoring for the Centurions. Free throws, let me figure that out real quick. Centurions were 3 of 4 in the first quarter, and then they were 4 of 8 in the second quarter to make them 7 for 12 for the game. Butler, on the other hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of 11 in that first quarter, and then 2 of 2 in the second quarter. So they were 9 of 13 on the evening. So they have picked up 2 points in the free throw battle. Brad Morgan is back, so that must mean the second half is about to start.
Time for basketball, Mike. We got to see what the Centurions are made out of here. They come out, got great energy coming out of the locker room. The biggest news is that got to the half with Breedlove with only 2 fouls, so she's back on the floor ready to go.
Gardner has 3. Breedlove and Calhoun each have 2. Centurions, it's going to be Mia Beam, Jaya McClure, Alexa Breedlove, Shelby Calhoun, Abigail Embry. For Butler, they come out with their starting 5. It looks like it'll be East and White, along with Shelburne and Dozier and Baxter.
I'd like to see Cal get in the passing lanes a little bit more and not allow Butler to run their offense so much. Shelby did it there at the very end. I think he could get some steals because Butler's trying to run that offense so much. Take away what they want to do.
White out top, gets the ball over to Baxter. Inside it goes, knocked away by Beam, and they're going to call the foul on her. That'll be number 2 on Mia.
But was really lucky there because the back screen, that really was wide open. Mia was late getting through. Shelby, nobody bumped. Nobody did anything there.
East to throw it in. Butler breaks, finally gets it to Shelburne. She looks for help, and White comes to her rescue. White goes in the corner to East. She starts her move, but now she looks to the side, keeps her dribble. Gives it off to Dozier, goes inside to Shelburne. Shelburne nowhere to go, throws it out top. Is it going to make it? It's going to be over and back. Centurion ball. Jaya going after that ball, almost touched it. Almost nullified the over and back, but she got beat to the ball, and Centurion forces the first turnover of the second half. Butler in the zone. And why not? Centurion has not been able to hit from three-point land. No threes tonight. Calhoun, fadeaway 10-footer, back of the rim, no good. Dozier with the rebound. Off to White. Butler wants to run. Almost a steal by Embry. On the ground, it's going to be a steal by Beam. One person to beat. She goes in against East. Great shot by Mia Beam.
I think that's the best thing Butler's done tonight defensively is they've really taken away Christian Academy's fast break. They fight back and make we've seen so many years in a row, Cal gets so many uncontested layups, but Butler doesn't allow anything easy.
East picks her dribble up, steal by Calhoun. Shelby behind the back, she's going to drive to the hoop, stops, and there's going to be a travel. That pivot foot slid just a little bit. Shelby looked like she could have maybe just went up as she was dribbling, forced it inside, draw the foul, but decided to make the move, and the player did go flying by her. So cut the little slide. She has an easy two.
Exactly right. She made probably the perfect play if she was 5'5", but with her size, just go finish that thing. But she had the defense beat, just drug her pivot foot.
Dozier with the ball, goes inside on the back door to Baxter.
Just getting abused every time Butler goes into that 1-4 high set. There's no ball pressure, so they're able to pick them apart.
Calhoun going to drive, dishes to Breedlove, shots up and no good.
Alexa lost it completely. She got hit, and it just flew out of her hands, almost flipping in the goal.
That'll be the second foul on Dozier, and to the line goes Breedlove. She was 3 for 4 in the first half. Centurion 7 for 12 from the line in the first half. Butler was 9 of 13, and Breedlove hits the first.
That play has been great, though. They put Alexa on that left block and put Shelby on the left wing, and they dribble a little dribble handoff to Shelby. She comes off flying, draws Alexa's help, and drops it to her. Beauty.
Breedlove hits both. She has 7 on the evening. And the Centurions cut the lead to 3, 33-30. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. East with the ball, off to Dozier. White, shots up, blocked by Breedlove. Calhoun comes away with it. Calhoun hesitates, drives, pulls up, 5-footer, can't get it to fall. Rebound to East. Here comes Butler. They have a 3-on-2. Beam hustles back. East goes all the way. No good on the shot. McClure with the rebound. Jaya wants to run. Yep. And they're going to call the third palming of the evening.
Same official, and I think he got that one. That might have been his best one of the game.
So Butler gets the ball right back.
Yeah, I mean, how many fast break opportunities has Cal squandered? Not able to finish, but to give credit to Butler, they fight back on everything. Don't allow anything easy.
Dozier out top, backdoor again. McClure gets a hand up, knocks it away and saves it.
Dozier with no hustle there. Jaya out-hustled.
McClure, 3 in the air. No good. Rebound comes down to East. Centurions cannot hit a 3. East starts the drive. Breedlove cuts her off. Into Dozier. Calhoun with the tip and away. Centurions have forced about 4 or 5 turnovers already this half.
About 5 stops in a row here. Cal's coming up in. Cal has not hit a 3 yet, have they, Mike?
They have not. They were 1 of 9 the first game against Moore.
Really a great shooting team.
Embry, 18-footer down deep, comes out. Rebound to White behind the back. 2-on-2. Oh, I didn't see the third player. 3 in the air and no good by Baxter. Rebound to Embry. Here comes the Centurions.
Oh, no, don't force that.
Breedlove. She's going to drive. Nope, gives it off to Beam. 15-footer good.
Mia has really used to be just a three-point shooter. Now she almost prefers that mid-range shot. Count to 1, Mike. Let's get this thing going here.
Lead cut to 1, 33-32. Centurions have outscored Butler 6-1 to open the second half.
Oh, good job by Mia there. Mia refused to be screened, fought over top of it.
East goes around a screen by Dozier. Now it goes right back to Dozier.
Oh,
stolen by Beam. She's got Embry. Embry's going to drive to the hoop. Shot good by Embry. Centurions go back in front for the first time since 4-3. Timeout by Coach Faust. Centurions come out hot in the second half.
Oh, beautiful. With the defense, Mike, I mean, we went 7 straight stops, almost all short of that 3 have been on turnovers. Butler really getting extra on exactly what I said, and I didn't say it to the girls, so I take no credit, but Cal making them uncomfortable now in the offense. When they catch it on the wing, when I say that, when they catch it on the wing, we're up in them now. We're occupying their eyes just like rushing a quarterback. If you don't rush that quarterback, they're picking you apart. They're just making great throws. Now we're pressuring them, and now those throws are being deflected or over their head or at their feet, and Cal's coming up with the steals.
Lady Centurions, they traveled to Memphis this weekend, Brad.
I wish I was going. I heard they got good barbecue down there, Mike.
They do. And Corky's barbecue is the best down there, buddy.
Well, Cameron was telling me about a place. I don't think it was Corky's. Maybe it's a place on Beale Street. Of course, our new coach, Cameron, he's from Knoxville, but had been coaching in Memphis at a Christian Rosemark Tipton.
The Rendezvous.
The Rendezvous. So
I've been there, buddy.
They play tomorrow night. They play. It's either. I'm not sure. It's either tomorrow night. I don't know if you have those. One of them's a top 25 team in the country. I think it's Arlington on Saturday.
Okay.
Whitehaven is a good team in Tennessee. I think they're ranked 27th in Tennessee. They play them tomorrow night, then Arlington Saturday. But Saturday for lunch, they'll be on Beale Street there, and I wish I would be with them, but I'll be here. I'll be here coaching my intramural team. Mike, are you going to cover that game?
I am not broadcasting that game.
Okay, it's a second and third grade game, Mike. I think you should reconsider.
4 minutes to go, third quarter. Inside they go. Good play by Butler.
They've ran that play over and over, the back screen. I've even got it written down here in my notes, that black back screen killing them.
Butler back in the lead, 35-34. And Calhoun, ball knocked away. He'll stay with the Centurions.
That same set play where they cross screen, then they come back up with that back screen. You either got to switch it or bump it, one or the two, until they can get through. Cal doesn't neither one.
Beam to throw it in. Breedlove breaks free, gets it out to McClure. Over to Embry. Embry starts the drive, stopped by Shelburne. And there's going to be a steal by Satori, who's back in the game. Gives it off. No good by Baxter. Ball on the knocked around, and Dozier comes away with it. Satori goes around, three-pointer in the air, no good. I don't think we've had a three-pointer hit by either team in this game. Catch Beam. Beam stripped Shelburne, but they're going to catch her for the foul. That's going to be the third on Mia. Only the second on the Centurions this half. Butler only has one. And Tiara East, the leading scorer for this team, not on the bench long. She comes in for Dynasty White. I don't think White or East have been out of the game at all up to this point. So Coach Faust giving both of them a break here.
Sydney Rocky checks in for the Centurions, giving Abigail Embry a break. Rocky probably, beside Beam, probably the top three-point shooter on this team. So maybe she can give us a charge here from the outside.
Oh, Satori maybe travel, but gets it off. Three-pointer in the air, no good by Baxter. Nice block out by Beam. Calhoun comes away with it.
You got to be willing to take contact to rebound there.
Calhoun off to Breedlove. Breedlove fires out to Beam. Finds Calhoun right wing. Lets the three fly. No good, around and out. Rebound to Dozier.
That thing was everything buddy and down and around.
Satori starts her drive. Stopped by Beam. McClure back on her. Baxter with the ball. Goes inside to Shelburne. Shot is up, no good. Dozier goes high for it, puts it back up, no good. Rebound, jump ball. Shelburne and Calhoun both go up for it. Arrows point to the Centurions.
Fairborn had probably two hands on it. Shelby probably had 2 fingers on it and got the lucky call there. You got Sydney coming here. Cal a little bit shaky here right now.
Cross court to Beam. East out on her quickly. Calhoun hesitates, drives, now brings it back out, starts the drive again, off to Beam.
Be patient.
Around the horn it goes. McClure with the drive. Pulls up 10-footer, no good. Rebound comes down to Baxter. Baxter inside, off the hands of Dozier. Lady Centurion ball.
Well, Mia with the senior move there was there, had a chance to save it, but wisely let that one go on out. Timeout, Cal, and I think a wise timeout by Coach Pridemore. Just a 30-second timeout. Ever since that timeout by Butler, nothing good really from Christian Academy. An open shot by Shelby that wound down and around, but not a lot of offensive movement.
White back in the game. Satori out for this Butler team.
This is a time where you're coming out of a timeout, 1-point game. Maybe you want to have a set play, a quick hitter. That's easy to say for us up here. The problem is Butler's putting so much pressure on you in the full court that it's hard to get your body, get your mind, everything settled down in half court to run that play. They force you to push it down and take that quick three or that quick runner. which is what they want to do to get running. Cal has done a good job of getting back, of course, but we got to slow it down here a little bit in the offensive end and get a good shot.
Calhoun, McClure, Beam, Rocky, and Breedlove for the Centurions. Shelburne and Satori stayed in the game. Thought she was coming out there.
Need it.
Ball comes into Rocky, off to McClure. Ball tipped,
oh my goodness,
stolen. And ball is going to be knocked away by Calhoun. Trying to save by Shelburne. Calhoun comes away with it. Calhoun crosses over, goes to the hoop, up and can't get it to fall. Rebound to Shelburne. East pushing it the other way. Has White going full speed to the hoop, up and good.
And really a bad stretch there by Cal. Lazy passes, and they letting Butler force them into some quick shots.
And there's going to be the fourth palm of the night. McClure can't believe it. And there's only one official that sees it. Dozier back in for Butler. Out of the game comes Shelburne.
Four palmings by one referee, and nobody else has called any.
There's a wild shot put up by White, but she's going to be fouled by Calhoun, I believe. And that'll be the third on Shelby. So Calhoun and Beam with 3.
The difference in this stretch has been Butler's able to get it settled and run a half-court set. Cal has not. Cal's running really no passes at all, getting down and either turn it over or a quick shot.
White 3 for 4 from the line tonight. Make it 3 for 5. Butler on a 4-zip run right now to go back up by 3, 37-34 after the Centurions and gotten their first lead back since way early in that first quarter.
What a timeout by Coach Faust. Things got really shaky for Butler at the time.
38-34 Butler. Nice break by the Centurions. Pass to Breedlove, back out to Beam.
See, now can you settle it?
Beam looks inside, nowhere to go, back out to Calhoun. Rocky finds Beam. Beam harassed by Satori. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Calhoun with the ball, goes back to McClure. McClure starts a drive, now back to Calhoun. Finds McClure in the corner, ball knocked away, but there's going to be a foul called on White. That'll be the second on Dynasty.
Cross number 5, White, for second, team second.
Delaney Gardner back in the game. Breedlove out in these last 36 seconds of the third quarter. Calhoun to throw it in, trying to find somebody. Beam breaks free. Gives it to McClure. 30 seconds to go, third quarter. Calhoun, spin move, fadeaway 15-footer. Can't get it to fall. Dozier with the rebound. And White's going to walk it across. Coach Faust says one shot, 18 seconds to go. Almost a turnover there. White almost threw the ball while East was breaking. Back to White, 8 seconds to go. Lobs it to Dozier. Into East. East going to try to make a move against Beam. Goes up, 5-footer is good. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Butler up 40-34.
Centurion Armory's Christmas sale is going on now and runs through December 20th. Get 10 to 30% off great merchandise now for Christmas. The Armory is open Tuesday through Friday, 2:30 to 4 p.m. For Cal sports games, scores, schedules, visit our website at www.caschools.us/Centurion-Athletics. Well, Mike, Butler finished on a 7-0 run in that quarter. A lot of due to Cal's sloppy offense, but really frustrating turn of events after we finally took the lead. Individual scoring first for Butler. Drea Satori with 2, Tiara East 12, Dynasty White 8, Kira Girton 2, Kiara Shelburne 6, Leslie Baxter 4, Arias Harris 2, and Tamisha Dozier 4. For Cushcammy, it was Sydney Rocky with 3, Shelby Calhoun 8, Alexa Breedlove 7, Mia Beam 9, Jaya McClure 5, and Abigail Emery 2. It's Butler 40, Christian Academy 34. It'll be Butler ball in probably about 30 seconds.
Well, next week, as we look, Lady Centurions go to Memphis, Tennessee this weekend, but next week a bunch of games for both teams as the boys open the season on Monday against Shelby County here at Christian Academy. Then first district game of the year as both the boys and girls travel to Eastern on Tuesday.
Yep, a lot of exciting games. We'll be covering every one of those right there, Mike, other than the Memphis trip.
Friday, ladies will be in Bardstown, and then Saturday, a fun trip to Breathitt County as the boys will be playing Breathitt County at 3. Girls will be playing Rowan County following at 4:30.
Yeah, nice chance for the boys and girls to both go together on a trip. Get a little bonding time, but it's just a quick day trip down and back.
McClure, Rocky, Calhoun, Beam, and Gardner to start for the Centurions in the fourth quarter. It is White, 15-footer, no good. Rebound, McClure has it. White and East and Dozier along with Shelburne and Baxter, the starting 5 for Butler in the game.
Give it to her, layup.
McClure with a nice give and go with Beam. McClure gets 2. She has 7 on the evening.
A good set play there by Coach Pridemore out of the timeout. And Cal has switched to this high 2-1-2 half-court trap here. Got one stop already. See if they can get another one.
Cross court to East. Back across to Baxter. Back to East.
Yep.
Has Shelburne wide open underneath for 2.
Wide open. Shelby came up too high up at the high post. No reason to be there. Got to let the opposite guards take that.
Ball to McClure. Finds Beam. Had an open 3. Decided not to. Out to Calhoun.
Standing. Everyone's standing.
McClure is going to take the point out top. Beam finds Gardner. Gives it to McClure. Back to Calhoun's got an opening spin move. Stops. Gets it off to Rocky. She starts to move. Now to Beam. Back to Calhoun. Around the horn it goes. McClure starts to drive. Finds Beam. A lot of east and west passing here. Beam gives to Calhoun. Calhoun guarded by White. Around a pick by McClure. Picked up by Baxter. Off to Rocky. Rocky has baseline. Shot is up. No good. Rebound to Dozier. East wants to run. It's Baxter in the corner. No, excuse me. No good on the 3. Gardner with the rebound. Knocked away. Butler resets. White out top. Guarded by McClure. Gets it off to Baxter. Baxter finds Dozier underneath. Knocked away by Rocky, but Shelburne still comes away with it. No good. Good block out by Rocky for the rebound. 5:33 to go in the game. 6-point lead, Butler. Calhoun hands off to McClure. Finds Beam. Thought about the 3, but Dozier covers her up. Calhoun starts to drive, pulls up, 5-footer, can't get it to fall.
Nobody
Shelburne with the rebound.
Nobody for Chris Academy within the paint.
Good job by Calhoun, knocks the pass away. McClure has it. Finds Beam, knocked out of bounds by White of Butler.
Cal's got to speed it up here, really dragging down into half court.
Breedlove back in for Gardner. Satori in the game for Shelburne. Girton in the game for Dozier for Butler. Rocky to throw it in. Gets it in deep to McClure. McClure off to Beam. The Butler fans are even saying McClure carried it now every time she has the ball.
I'm sure the other ref would have called it, but he was nowhere in the area. Couldn't reach across the court and care.
Rocky starts to drive. She stopped inside to Breedlove. Breedlove up with the shot and fouled.
Great pass by Rocky. Rocky uses a good step-back dribble to get herself open and found Breedlove inside.
Breedlove goes to the line for 2. She is 5 for 6 from the line this evening. Third team, both teams with only 3 team fouls after a foul fest in that first half.
Breedlove at the line, shooting 2.
Chance to cut this lead to 4. She hits the first.
Well, what will Cal do here? Will they try to speed it up and trap a little bit? Will they try to? I mean, there's down 5, 4:30 to go. Obviously, no time to panic yet. But do you change things up here?
Harris back in. Out goes Baxter. Girton is out. I think White came back in, or Dozier came back in. Breedlove with a chance to cut it to 4. It's 42-37 Butler right now. Make it 42. Oh, stays that. Thought that one was going to fall. East is going to bring it down against Embry, who's back in the game for the Centurions. Embry in the game for Beam. Harris tries to drive, takes a little stutter step, no call. Breedlove with the rebound. Ball knocked away from McClure. Coming the other way is Satori. Bounce pass to White. Shot is up, and there's going to be a foul on Calhoun, I believe. That's going to be number 4 on Shelby. And to the line goes Dynasty White with 2. She's 4 for 6 from the line this evening. First one is good. So the Centurions have had chances to cut in this lead, but they can't do it. And then Butler eventually comes down and scores.
Seven straight stops for Christian Academy, and then six empty possessions for Cal. Now here lately, really grinded down.
Down by 7, 44-37. Embry, there's going to be a timeout by Coach Bridemore right before Embry stepped out of bounds. So we have 3:59 to go in the game, 44-37. Butler with the lead after the Centurions actually took the lead at 34-33. They have been outscored 11-3 since that point.
Yep, I mean, it was, you thought once you get over that hump, you might run away with things, but the opposite has happened here. We got to that point, really just dragged down into the mud at that point, not able to get anything going. Butler has done a great job since that point of stopping the fast breaks. That's how Cal was getting their points, like off steals or turnovers and pushing it down the court. Since that point, really nothing from Christian Academy.
Yeah, it's amazing in this day and age that we have a game where nobody has hit a three-pointer tonight.
It really is. I mean, especially, I can't speak for Butler, but Cal, I think, is a great shooting team, at least what I see in practice and what I've seen in their 2 scrimmages. Got several great shooters. Going to need them here. I think if Cal's going to pull this one off, going to have to see one here down the stretch.
Calhoun, McClure, Embry, Breedlove, and Rocky in the game. And the ball's thrown away on the inbounds. Coming away with it is White. She drives to the hoop. And there's going to be a travel. So Calhoun's going to throw it in. The press starting to bother the Centurions a little bit. McClure breaks free this time. Here comes the double team. Gets it off to Calhoun, and she's going to bring it up. Throws it up to Rocky. Rocky's going to attack. Off to Breedlove. 5-footer, good.
Oh, Breedlove's been the shining star of this game for Cal. She's been fantastic.
Breedlove with 10, 44-39. Cuts the lead to 5.
Great pass by Sydney there to cut the break.
Satori with the ball. Breedlove knocks it away from Dozier. Around the horn it goes. White goes baseline. She travels on the way. Oh, they're going to call a block. She traveled before the block.
Just on the floor.
That is the 3rd on Breedlove. Shelburne back in. Satori out for Butler. White to throw it in. Ball comes in to Dozier. Puts up a wild shot. Ball's on the ground. Breedlove ties up Shelburne. Arrow should be going to the Centurions, and it's the Lady Centurions ball. McClure breaks free. Here comes the double team off to Calhoun. Here comes the double team against Shelby. She dribbles out of it. She's going to the hoop, running 5-footer. Can't get it to fall. East with the rebound. Breedlove ties her up. And that ball will be going to Butler.
Possession to Butler.
Good job by Breedlove to tie East up on that. Full court pressure by the Lady Centurions. Shelburne gets it into East. She's hawked by Embry. East gets it down into the front court. Gets it off to White. She finds East. East moves to underneath the bucket. Wild shot, but Shelburne with the rebound puts it up no good. Rebound comes down to Embry.
Another chance here.
Embry pushes it up, guarded by Shelburne. Looks for help, gets it to Calhoun. Off to McClure, 3 in the air by Jaya, and it's good!
Needed that one, a timely one. Cuts it to 2. Jaya didn't think about it. Probably exactly what the doctor ordered. Oh, another steal by Jaya.
McClure. Gives off to Embry, left-handed shot, falls out! It's going to be off a Butler Lady Centurion ball. That ball went down halfway, rolled around, fell out. 44-42 Butler, 2:17 to go. Satori in the game, Dozier out for the Barrettes.
Only thing that could help this, Mike, would be an ice cold Coca-Cola here from the concession stand. But, man, I am thirsty. 2 minutes to go. I can make it, Mike.
Okay, man, try. McClure has the ball, guarded by Satori. Brings it back out.
Some movement here.
Starts the drive, pulls up 15-footer. Jaya good.
Jaya getting that confidence going. Here we go, 44-44, 2 minutes to go.
We are all tied, third tie of the game. Last one was at 6. The crowd gets into it. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. White dribbles into trouble, gets it off to East. Now East dribbles into trouble. Wild shot. Oh, my goodness.
Straight up.
Breedlove did not move and was straight up, and they're going to call the foul on her. That's going to be the 4th on Breedlove. I mean, I was watching Breedlove. She did not move an inch on that.
You know, it's a thing where college basketball and pro officials have improved so much of letting that stuff go. The defender, what can the defender do? And I promise I would say the same thing if it was Butler on the other end. Your defender is not moving at all. You're standing straight up. She runs right into your chest. There's no come down. And to bail out like that, I think it's unfair to the defender on either side of it. Like I said, college basketball is even allowing you to jump now as long as you stay straight up, and I love it.
East hits both. Butler goes back up by 2. East with 14 on the evening.
Need it.
Embry brings it across, going to drive to the hoop. Pulls up, gets it out to Calhoun. 3 in the air by Shelby. No good with the rebound. Rocky back up and good.
Rocky flying through, gets the rebound back up. We're back tied, 1:34 on the clock.
Rocky with 5 on the evening. 1:27 to go in the game.
They're going to run that back screen.
Shelburne off to East. Breedlove out on her. Starts her drive. Wild left-hander, no good. Shelburne gets the rebound. Shot back up, no good. Calhoun with the rebound. Centurions a chance to take the lead. McClure off to Calhoun. Calhoun's got an opening to the hoop. Layup is good.
Cal at the lead, 48-46. Clock at 1 minute, Mike.
1 minute to go. Centurions with their 3rd lead of the evening.
Coach Pridemore telling them to set to get in their stance, calm down. It's a great coaching tip. Don't get too excited in the moment. Continue your fundamentals and play defense. As we got a timeout from Butler, looks like we're going on a full timeout.
Centurions on an 11-2 run here to go up 48-46. Jaya McClure gets hot. Yeah. Sydney Rocky, what hustle. Sydney Rocky has played a great game tonight.
Sydney is, I'm telling you, she is a high-level player, really pretty much stuck on this team, and has to, is a role player because you've got Shelby, you got these, Mia, you got these star players. But when she comes on like that, she can be a dynamic player. And we've seen her before in the past when Shelby's went out of the game. In past years, she's went to the point guard, and her scoring has went up and things when she's taken on that role. But a huge play there. But let's go back to what you said first. Jaya started all of this with her 3, which sometimes as a coach you're like, your energy shouldn't come from your scoring, but it's human nature. It does. You hit that 3, and all of a sudden she gets a steal. Then we didn't come up with it, but we get it back in. She drives in, hits a shot. Now her confidence is there. It lifted the entire team up, and now everyone's making plays. Shelby that time with a great job of reminding me of Steve Nash. She came down slow, jogging, and when she seen that open, and the defense relaxed, and then she put those jets on and went down and scored.
It is East and Baxter, Shelburne, White, and Satori for Butler. Calhoun, McClure, Rocky, Breedlove, and Embry for the Lady Centurions.
Love seeing this. We had middle school games tonight, boys, going on over in the other gym. Those games are over, and all that crowd is spilled in the hallways here watching this last minute. High school basketball, Mike, don't get any better than this.
It doesn't. 48-46, Lady Centurions. Under a minute to go, Butler's ball. Centurions in a zone.
Cow. Kind of gutsy call by Coach Primore, switching it up and going 2-3.
Satori in the corner. We got a whistle. Timeout by Coach Faust.
Yeah, so obviously Coach Pridemore preparing for Butler to come out and run their best play that they possibly have. Switched it and went to the 2-3 zone, and a chess match here, Mike.
So now will Coach Pridemore go back to the man-to-man now, or you think he'll stay in that zone?
Well, that's a great question. So obviously he's going to draw. He's talking right now, no whiteboard, but talking about your zone offense here. Zone offense does not allow you as much to set a set play. There are a few, but it's more just putting yourself into positions. So I don't know. It's a great call. You can go either way. One thing we know is that this Christian Academy has 6 fouls, so the next one will put Butler at the line. But if you get in that situation, if you're going to give up a lift something, it's maybe a good chance to take a hard one there. But really just want to contest, make them take a deep contested shot here. But the biggest thing, as we know, is got to rebound. Got to rebound.
So Dozier, the tallest girl on Butler, back in the game for Satori. Same 5 for the Centurions. Rocky, Embry, Breedlove, Calhoun, and McClure.
Cal looks like they're matching back up to man-to-man. Ooh, dangerous.
White has it. McClure on her. Tries to go around a pick. Ball goes into East. She's picked up by Embry. Picks her dribble up. Back to White. Starts her drive. Going against McClure. Goes right into Breedlove. Great job by Breedlove. Ball on the ground. Embry comes away with it.
Got to give her help.
Butler only with 3 team fouls, so they got to go 4 fouls before Centurions go to the line. There's a foul. It's going to be on East.
I tell you what, something they can really learn from film there. Every player on Cal that time refused to be screened. They fought over the screens. That's what's been giving them trouble. Now we're going to have Coach Primore with the timeout, I believe. Yep.
Satori back in the game. Centurion's been having a little trouble getting the ball in here lately.
Right. Well, that's what we're going to draw up here. But if I can go back for 10 seconds, the whole game, the offense for Butler has been working because Cal allows themselves to be ball screened, and that causes the switch. But then now the rotation goes, and now everybody's rotating, and then if one person's late, it gives up the easy shot. That time, everybody was physical. They would not be ball screens. Jaya fought over the first one, then Abigail fought over the next one, and Butler wasn't allowed to get any kind of switching or mismatches. Now going here, the biggest problem is Cal has it in a terrible spot. Now it could be worse, could be farther. They're about free throw line extended, obviously in the backcourt. So going to have to get it in. But what they've been doing, Butler's been trapping up front, but a little bit slower in the back. So I think I would shoot my guards up and then bring someone like Sydney Rocky or one of your good foul shooters, which we're not there yet, but coming down the sidelines, get it in, stay out of the trap. You know they're going to foul. Take the foul and let's do it again. Biggest thing is don't get caught in the corner because Butler won't foul there. But I just seen Coach Primore tell me, he said, you have 2 timeouts. There's no excuse to get caught in a trap and not call a timeout.
Butler with 4 team fouls, so they have basically 2 fouls to give, or the Centurions can take 2 fouls and still not go to the line. We have 20.9 seconds to go. Calhoun's going to throw it in. It's Breedlove, Calhoun, along with Embry, Rocky, and McClure. All 4 of them in back court. You got to think someone's going to take off down the court.
Timeout. Nope.
Gets it into Rocky. And she's going to make a nice pass to Breedlove, and here comes the foul by Satori. That is only the 2nd on her, the 5th on Butler.
Well, Butler can't. They can't choose to not foul quickly this time. They're going to have to 15 seconds. They're going to have to foul. They still have to score here.
Calhoun to throw it in. Ooh, had Rocky in the back court and still gets it into her, but it was close, and there's going to be that was a small foul there, but they call it. That is the 4th on Shelburne.
Rocky did something that might never go in the books, but maybe a game-saving play. She met the pass, something you try to teach young kids, meeting the pass.
Calhoun to throw it in again. Gets it into McClure, and they're trying to foul. They aren't fouling her, and there's the foul with 10 seconds to go. Jaya McClure going to the line with the 1 in the bonus.
Well, now you need your defensive lineup. I might leave 1 up there if you can.
Jaya is 2 for 3 from the line tonight. Now, I'm not sure why they're letting the Butler team come over to talk to Coach Faust.
Somebody's got to be in there to rebound here. I would kind of like to see Cal put one person in there just to give Jay a little comfortability and to slow the ball down. But this thing's going to come quick.
9.8 seconds to go. McClure with the 1 in the bonus. Centurions lead by 2, 48-46, and it's good on the first.
That's a big one. A big one there. Cal huddled together here. Coach Primore's trying to get them here.
Hit this one, it becomes a 2-possession game.
Well, you got Jay up there because you don't want them to roll the ball. It's 9.8. You got to wait till they touch the ball. Clock keeper becomes important here.
Jay's second shot. This one's good as well. She hits them both.
Yeah, Jay, excellent coaching there. Jay is instantly on the ball.
50-46 Centurions. They have trailed the majority of this game, but they're leading when it's important. East to throw it in. Gets it in to White. Abigail Embry guarding her. Three-pointer by White is going to be no good. Rebound to Calhoun. Gets it to McClure. And McClure is fouled with 0.3 seconds to go. Centurions are going to come away with a victory against the number 16 team in the state. Boy, you talk about resilience.
You talk about stealing one at the end, Mike. We've trailed this thing, probably to 28, 29 minutes of this game.
We had a lead at 4-3, a lead at 34-33, then went back ahead 48-46, and that's been the only leads of the game for the Centurions.
Well, Jaya with now 7 points here in the last 2 minutes and change. Now goes the line with a chance here. This thing all but over, 0.3 on the clock.
First shot. Jaya McClure, 5 for 5 from the line tonight. Has 15 points on the evening, 10 of them in this quarter. Hits them both.
So she's got 9 points in the last 2 minutes. Talk about a gamer there as this thing is over.
And that's the game. The Lady Centurions with a 52-46 victory. We'll be back in a minute to recap tonight's contest as the Lady Centurions move to 2-0 on the season. Welcome back to Lady Centurion basketball, where they win a thriller against the number 16th ranked Butler team, 52-46. This was a game, honestly, that Butler led almost the entire game. Centurions had a lead early at 4-3, but then Butler tied it up on a free throw. Centurions able to tie it again at 6-6, but then Butler broke loose and led by 9 at the end of the first quarter, 21-12. The Centurions able to cut that to 5 on the backs of an 8-2 run to end the second quarter, make it 31-26. Butler actually extended that lead after the Centurions actually took the lead 34-33 as they outscored Butler 8-2 midway through the third quarter. But then Butler went on a 7-zip run to have a 6-point lead at the end of the third quarter, 40-34. But then the Centurions caught fire as Butler did have the lead up to 7 at one point. They went at 44-37, but then the Centurions went on a 7-zip run to tie it at 44-44. Butler got 2 free throws to go up by 2. Centurions got a bucket to tie it at 46. Then they outscored Butler 6-zip to end the game and come away with a 52-46 victory.
Individual scorers first for the Bearettes, who are a fantastic team. They're going to have a great season from and have a great coach, I think, Mike.
Definitely.
coaching his first season here, as well as Coach Pridemore, but really impressed with him, and a lot of excitement for Coach Faust and the Butler Bearettes. Drea Satori with 2, Tierra East 14, Dynasty White 10, Kira Girton 2, Kiara Shelburne 8, Leslie Baxter 4, Aries Harris 2, Tamisha Dozer 4. For Christian Academy, it was Sydney Rocky with 5, none bigger than that putback she had that tied after Butler came down, took the lead by 2. She came down and put a putback to put them back even. Shelby Calhoun finished with 10, Alexa Breedlove 10, Mia Bean 9, Chaya McClure 16 on the back of what did you say, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in the, or excuse 11 in the fourth quarter, 9 in the last 2 minutes. And Abigail Embry with 2. Christian Academy 52, Butler 46.
So what did you learn about the Lady Centurions tonight, Brad?
Well, resiliency, I guess, would be number one. I mean, I would say with what we have, probably not our best performance, but I guess you probably, it's hard to say. You got to give Butler a lot of credit. I think Butler may be better, in my mind, with what I've seen than the rankings show. Cal's already played in 2 scrimmages, Franklin County, which I don't know exactly, unless you have it in front of you. I think they're top 10. They also played George Rogers Clark, which I believe is top 10 in preseason, and we know what preseason rankings mean, but I watched both of those games, and both of those teams were fantastic. But Butler, every bit, in my mind, equal to those teams. If you've got that there, I don't know.
George Rogers Clark is 7. Franklin County is 9.
So Cal handled both, and it's scrimmage. So everybody's subbing differently in scrimmage. I don't get it. Those were great teams. Cal handled those 2 games not easily, but a 10, 15-point margin. Cal did not struggle the way they struggled tonight against Butler. Butler's size and athleticism really caused a lot of challenges, but what great film that will give Coach Pridemore, his staff, and the team, because they were exposed in a lot of ways. In the half-court defense, as good as our half-court defense is, they struggled talking through the litany of Butler's screens. So I think, resiliency, maybe when it wasn't your best night, hit 1-3 on the night, struggled, probably got I wouldn't say got beat bad on the rebounds, but gave up a lot of timely offensive rebounds and still found a way to win. So, really, just a great effort there. Fourth quarter, you've seen Jay McClure step up and be a leader there at the end, along with others. Everyone made plays. Everyone had to handle the ball. They got in situations. In the summertime, you like to play situation games, which is up 1 with 7 seconds to go. You got to get the ball in, right? You do that in practice. Well, we got to go through several scenarios of that. So good things, and now you go off to Memphis and play some of number one of the best teams in the country, and number 2 of the best teams in the state of Tennessee. So keep getting challenged and learning more.
Lady Centurions, Brad said, in Memphis, but next week, the boys open the season on Monday night as they'll be hosting Shelby County here. Brad, don't mean to put you on the spot, but what do you know about the boys team this year?
Well, I think I know a lot. There are a couple of new faces, but I went to Middle Tennessee State with them in June, and we played about 10 games, and I got to hang out with them there. And a tall, not huge. Everybody's about 6'4", 6'3", lanky. Not a ton of strength and bulk inside, but a lot of length that I think we can give people problems with. We can score. We can shoot. When you got Sengali, I think it starts with Sengali and Daniels, but then you got Wersch and McDaniel inside. You got Lagasty at the point guard spot. You got Kyle Christensen. You got several other guys, and then a couple of new freshmen come in, and an 8th grader even gonna play up. So I think we'll see some other new faces step up that were on JV last year. Maybe Cameron Vogt, some of those kids who played JV last year will step up. But I think it'll be a deep team. I think it'll be a team that can score. I think the challenge is, can they consistently get stops and rebound the basketball? But I think it'll be a fun season. We talked about the schedule at the end of the year. It's like, we're playing. We're a 3A in football. Our enrollment, we're probably more of a 2A school. We have about 600 in our high school. We play a 6A schedule in basketball. I mean, it is a brutal schedule. And that's to our kids, our parents, our coaches' credit. But a 15-12 season, in my mind, is a great season. Because that means you're beating some top 25 teams. And I think that's possible for Cal. Not to put a number on it, I think anywhere in there would be a good season. But I know the team really wants to have success in the Class 2A again. They have a big, strong goal to get back to Owensboro, and that's been restructured a little bit. We'll talk about that later. And then also they want to get out of districts, and it's getting tougher. Eastern's improving. Eastern's a great team. KCD's got a good team. Of course, and Ballard is Ballard, right? So So we'll see the progress along the season, but I know Coach Hibbert and his staff are excited, and I think Shelby County will be a fun opener on Monday.
And that is Monday at 7:30. If you'd love to have you here at the game, if you can't make it, we'll have it here on livesportscaster.com. And then Tuesday, district plays open as both the boys and the girls go to Eastern. Girls at 6, boys at 7:30, and those should be two pretty good games for the Lady Centurions and for the boys.
Absolutely, be fun. I love that trip to Breathitt. I've been to have the chance. When I used to coach, I took teams to Breathitt. Breathitt has a beautiful gym, smaller, a dome, round seating. It's a really cool place. You probably won't have many fans. Well, we will. The boys play Breathitt, so that'll be a nice event. But just a good chance. Got them a charter bus. Boys and girls are going to ride together, spend a little time together, have lunch and have dinner, watch each other, cheer for each other. Just grow a little bit of that camaraderie with the team and culture that both coaches and myself really want. So excited for our kids. What a time to be alive if you're a kid. You're winning tonight, jumping on a bus to Memphis to play tomorrow, come back, play Eastern, go to Breathitt, Bardstown.
It's a great week.
This is why we do this athletics for young people. It's a special time in their lives, and I'm really thankful they get a chance to do it.
That's great. A big win, win for the Centurions tonight again, 52-40.
I think I touched you there.
Got me choked up, buddy.
Choked, thank you.
52-46 Centurions with the big win tonight over Butler. Big thanks to Lydia Bevan on camera for us tonight. Brad, good to have you back in the seat tonight, and great to have you fans with us as always. And for Brad Morgan, it's Mike Batella saying good night, everybody. We'll see you Monday right here at Christian Academy when the boys play Shelby County. Good night, everybody.